Tell Satan, not today, Satan. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's all right. Not today, Satan. Not ever, never. Okay? Everything's going to be all right. You may feel a little pain. Something's hurting. Your knees are hurting. Having trouble walking. You just tell them, not today. I'm going to do what I got to do when I got to do it. And God's going to be right behind you, pushing you on. You're going to do it. So today, I picked up, we have a new hustle. Yes, believe it or not. But it's not interfering with sleep, so we're okay. But I think this is it, unless it's some type of other way to do something. But anyway, I had to go pick up the check and cash it, which my one bank was going, you can leave it here. No, because your high yield savings doesn't have enough, interest. I'm not going to get a lot of money. It's going over here. So that's what happened, and that's what's there. And I got to take it to the bank that it's going in and get it all straightened out so that they can do what they got to do and put it in the right place. So that's what $12,000 looks like for the month from them. Okay, so now don't move, because I've knocked this over before in the car. So what we need now is, for savings challenges, I'm going to take out $1,000 for that, and we'll count that and see, did I have enough in here? This means money. Puerto Rican Spanish is different from Mexican Spanish. Did you know that? And Spain's got a little thing going on over there. Some people can't even talk over there. They know Spanish, and they get over there and they go, what happened? They got their own little thing going on over there in places. Okay, so we need 1,100. So there's 1,000, and we're going to use that for savings challenges. And then, so you go in here for a minute. No, you go in the savings challenge thingy, one of the bumps over here. So you go in here for a minute. Hear me say for a minute. Till we get ready for you. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, since we have the extra $10,000 that's going into the high yield savings for the house that we really weren't expecting till I decided to just go on and take the job. So that goes on the $100,000 challenge. So we will count down today. You sit over there and get my little colored things together. So we'll count down. We could take $10,000 of that, and we will put it in the house high yield savings. And we may not need all of this to pay off the house, because, if you pay it off early, you don't pay as much interest. So, but this is just the, I guess, fortification, you might call it. And plus I can use it for decor, or if I decide on the next house, which I'm building the house, if I want extras. So I'll see how much the extras are, and I may be saving for the extras, which is fine with me. I can do this. Remember when I couldn't even do the $100 envelope? I was like, oh, go away. I put it up so many times that it wasn't funny. And now it's like, oh, this is fun. I can do this. Okay, so we need $10,000 off of here. So I'll mark them as I go. Cross your fingers that this works out. So we'll take, I'm trying to start more down here with the big ones when I got more money. Minus 1580. This will be 1 minus 1560. Minus 1540. Minus 1520. Minus 1500. Are we getting close? Minus, let me check again. I don't want to be messing sad. 1580. I don't know about this calculator. I do better on my phone than this, and I'm not a math person. I have other people do my calculations. 7, okay, I was right. Okay. Plus 1480. Okay. 9180. No. Okay, count this again, y'all, because 1580 plus 1560 plus 1540. We can do that one. We can do this one. Just want to make sure I can do them. Plus 1500 is equal to 770 plus 1480. Okay, 9180. I think I can go right there for a minute. So we'll start there. There's 1. Because you know what the worst thing to do is to color this off and then you don't have enough money. I got enough money, but I'm just saying that wasn't my priority. I can go on. There's 2,000 extra dollars, but I don't want to. I want to work out the way I got it. That's the thing about, that's why I come on here. I don't edit. So people see things do happen, people. You know, some people are talking about, I can't count. I hate 50s. I can't count this. I can't count that. Okay. Don't get all upset. It's all right. Just do what you can do. Because I'm not going to get embarrassed about it. I'm just going to do it. Because, you know, if you're perfect all the time, people stop believing in you. Do you know that? They go, that one's perfect all the time. And I don't want to look at it. Because that's what I do. I'm like, why are you so perfect? You're too perfect. You've edited this thing for, I don't know what else. 10,000 minus 9180 is 820. We got one right there. Aha. We have it, people. And the crowd goes wild. 820. So we got the 10,000 on there today. There you go. Kind of messy, but there we go. All right, so we did the 10,000 for this month, which I really wasn't going to do because I was working on my grandparents' things. But we got it, so that envelope, this way, that's the working on the 100,000. So I need my whatchamacallit them things, placeholders, and they ran away. Every time I do one thing, something else runs away around here. It's like, no, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this today. And then the minute I get off a camera, there you are, sitting there smiling like, I was here all the time. Okay, well, my placeholders are somewhere in Jigaboo. Oh, there they are. Come back. I knew it. So we did another 10,000 for this. So we'll put this in here. Find a holder. There it is. There's another 10,000 in there. So we're ready to roll. So we got 1, 2, 3, 30,000. In there so far. Toward the house. Okay, next up in our world of the Cash Bear Mama with her cubbers and cubbits on YouTube, I wanted to explain to you, if you have not been here, about my grandparents. I'm taking on their debt. That's why I said I probably wasn't thinking about cash stuffing that, but we had that extra check and they decided to pay it today. I am not snowballing anything. I just like the sheet. Me and Snowball don't do well. I just think it's like, I usually pick the debt and I go, that's the one getting paid off. And mostly if it's getting on my nerves, okay? And then I told you about I don't know if I told you, about the credit card, that if you paid so much, they were supposed to match the other half, right? And when I called, they were going, no, we got it late. The processing is when it's going to happen. And I said it was due on June the 11th. I paid it on June the 10th. And I said, Capital One says they will send somebody, a representative or a letter or whatever they got to do to tell you that they did pay it. And I told him, I said, I was on YouTube and I said, I'm going to blast what your name is out. It's not out there yet, but I'm going to put it out, you know. And I said, now I'm going to call my attorney because I think this is a class action lawsuit. I said, you didn't just do this to me. You did this to other people. And I said, this didn't just start. I said, the other people probably went on and paid it. And I said, yes, it's a very small amount, but somebody probably has a large amount and they're making payments on it when you said it could be matched. And he says, well, it has to process with us. And I said, I paid it in real time with a debit card. And Capital One is backing me, and it was not due till 12:01 on June the 11th. You had it on June the 10th. And then now you're telling me because you can't process it yet till it takes 2 or 3 days. I said, that's not my fault. That's your fault. And so I did get a letter. I don't know if I told you, I got an email at 12 o'clock at night about where we'll be crediting your account with the credit match and that the account is now paid in full. And I'm like, yeah, because I was getting ready to roll with it. And I don't mind. Because I think there's somebody else out there. Yes, it was a small amount. You know, it was $154.94. I'll probably remember it the rest of my life. But I said, somebody is having trouble with this company. And I said, you think everybody's crazy. We're not crazy. Not anymore. We're done. Okay, especially budgeting people. You get so tired and mad and everything, you start bouncing after a while. Like, nope, you're not taking any more money from me. So here we are. These are my grandparents' debts, except for this and this. These are mine. And so I'm kind of just paying by the month on them because I want these gone way before Christmas. Okay. When I boom, that's what I can do. And so I'm just slowing. They have an 8,000 credit limit on First Premier, and they owe $1,219.82. And I got it down, $1,219.82. Did I pay any more than that? Yeah. It was up higher than that. But I got it down to that. I should have put that on there. Anyway, Capital One, they have a fixed $15,000 credit card. But you're probably not interested anyway, are you? And so now they owe $14.82.62. I haven't paid that yet. Credit One, $2,000 limit. They owe $1,926.27, and I got it down to $1,084. 6.27 minus 1084.00 equals, I paid $842.27. I put the 27 cents on there because I get tired of the change. And I did talk to them and told them not to do any more interest. And after this is over, I wanted them to close that card because they, each parent, grandparents got, like, this red one is one grandparent, so they got this right here. They don't need this little card right here. And so they agreed with my parents talking to them. And then this is my hospital bill that was close to $7,000. It's down to $2,439 since November. Well, I paid most of it this year. But now their HELOC is with the green grandparent, which is grandparent A, and it was at $4,000. Then it went down. I got it down to $3,706.55, and now it's down to $3,157.35. So so far I paid, because it has a lot of interest. Whatever the interest rate is out there, it goes up and down. So I paid $842.65 on that to get that down for them. Because we didn't know about one of the credit cards. They got quiet about it because they found it and they were just deciding they were going to pay it. And my dad and mom was sitting there and said, just spill all of them so we can get this out the way. And so that's what they finally got around to doing. It's like, okay, we're done with this. So I think that's all we have today. We got our $1,000 for July. My budget's already done for July. I'll present that to you soon. Really, it's done most of the rest of the year. I kind of know what's going on because we are on salary. We're not on, what do you call it? Hourly. Yeah, so it's not like it's going to go up and down. It's the same thing all the time. My son got to be on salary, so with his job, so that is good. So everybody's steady. The only ones that would be up and down are like stuff like Etsy and them or something like that. They bounce around or whatever. But the big ones are on salary. So I think that's it for today. I hope you have a nice day today. Tell Satan not today, Satan. And I hope everybody's having a great time with their spouse, their kids, or even yourself or your family. And if you can't get them on board with cash stuffing, you do you and get yourself on board, okay? I remember with my husband, he wasn't a spender, but he was devoted to his family. And he had come from a very poor family. And once we had gotten married, once he had gotten established in his field of work, I was in mine, and they came asking him for money. They didn't dare come to me, and I didn't know anything about it. He kept it quiet. He would give them money. He would pay for this, pay for that, and all this stuff. So when he passed, I kind of knew something was up, giving them money. They would not call when I was home or anything. I just had this feeling, but I didn't come out because I could tell bank account wise. And I actually separated my bank account. I went and got another bank account because of it. We had some issues, and I told them I'm getting a separate bank account, and that's yours over there. And we're getting a third bank account that's going to pay bills that you are contributing to. And I said it's also for the kids, to contribute toward the kids. And I'm so sorry, but it's not going to work if we don't do this type of thing. So we did that. And but on the day he passed, I got home and we were at the front door, and I was turning the key in the door, and I heard my phone ringing. Now, we had left everybody at the hospital. Everybody was coming out, his sister and brother, dad, blah blah blah. And the minute I hit the door, and I said, I bet you that's one of them calling asking for money. Well, it was his sister, and she called and she said, "Can I come to your house?" And I said, "Yes, but I have to make some calls too to let people know what's going on, and I got to get these arrangements together and pull myself together and get the kids together." And she said, "I'll be brief when I get there." I said, "Fine." So she got there and came and sat in the family. I went to the family room, and I'm sitting down, and she goes, "I need money because our house is getting foreclosed on." And I looked at her and I said, "Do you know your brother just died? You were just up at the hospital with us. And you're here asking for money about your house." I was kind of like, you were so devastated up there. I mean, she was screaming and hollering and hands out, and the doctors kept peeping around the corner, and I was like, oh my God. She was loud, people, loud, like you're screaming at somebody in the hospital. And I had come out the room and, ushered the kids out because they were like staring at her. They had forgot. It was like, oh my, and we had already kind of knew he wasn't going to make it. And we'd been there all night. And they came after I called, that I told them he was leaving, wouldn't be here too long. And so they came up, and the minute he went, there she goes. She's screaming, and so the doctors came in and told her she'd had to quiet down, and, it was over, and kind of, would you leave type thing. So we came home, and there she is in my family room asking for money for her foreclosed home. And I said, I can't think about all that now. I said, why don't you, I reached and I said, I've got some numbers for attorneys that I know and friends. And I said, I also know about places if your home is getting foreclosed on. And I said, I sat there and I typed out the numbers off the computer and ran it off the printer. And she looked at me like Satan. evil look, okay? And I was like, oh no. And I told her, I can't deal with that. I said, call somebody. I said, they got programs. And I said, talk to a lawyer. You may have to do bankruptcy. But I said, that's not bad, really. I said, people make it out to be bad. But really, if you're trying to save your home, now, or if you don't want it anymore, they can get rid of it and you won't owe anybody anything, okay? And she just trumps out the door, just flying, okay? And so then another incident we had with that, when we got to my mother's employer at the time that she used to work for, she had told him about it. And so he paid for the whole funeral. And so when we were in, I didn't know that. So I went in, presenting the insurance, and they said, oh no, it's paid, and this was during, viewing the body, and here was his sister again and the family standing there. And he said, no, keep that insurance money, that's yours. And he says, we're paid in full, everything's paid in full, and you're fine. And then I found out her employer had paid for everything, and then he even paid for the reception, the restaurant to go to after the funeral type thing. So, and then they were listening. Of course, they're standing there, and here, and then she comes up. Did they paid for the funeral? You get to keep all the insurance money? And I'm looking at her like, that's for the kids, It's technically for the kids, and whatever else we have to pay out to take care of ourselves. And she said, well, maybe you could help us a little bit. And I said, I'm not dealing with that today. I told her, I am going over here. I have not talked to them since. It was just over. I haven't talked to, them. We moved, as a matter of fact, because I think I did talk to her one time because she worked at a store in the other town. I went in there, and she was working in the cheese department. And she was talking about because I had the other house up for sale. And she says, are you there? She says, I saw this house for sale. And I said, yeah, we moved. I said, it's just up for sale. I said, and matter of fact, it had sold that day and they hadn't changed the sign. I didn't go into all my business. And she was I saw the look, you know, and where are you guys moving? And I said, somewhere. I said, we have to find a place to go. I said, we're out of there. I said, I'm renting a place right now. And I said, we're out of there. I'm renting a house, and then I've got to go look for another house. And she says, well, let me know. Well, I've never let her know. I don't even have a phone number, okay? I'm not doing this. But anyway, you got a story out of all that today. Aren't you lucky, you little beautiful people out there, my peepers? Anyway, take care. I got some videos to look at. Make sure that you do watch time. Ask people, do you need more watch time? You know, more watch hours. Usually if their subscribers are low, like 300 and below, they need more watch hours. You do know that. So, you know, turn on one video and leave it on for an hour. Even if you do an hour, you know, do something. Help somebody while you're sitting there. Just leave it on. That's what I do. I turn them on at night and I just leave it on. And if you also need watch hours and I haven't got to you, or you don't know I've gotten to you, let me know and put it in the comments so other people can read the comments and go, oh, okay, you know, I can do that. Or if you need subscribers, put it in, you know, put it at the bottom. It's fine with me. Go right ahead. And thank you for all the new people that have subscribed. Love you too. And the old people, I love you too. And thank you for everything you do and everything you say. Take care, everybody. Gotta go. More work time. Bye-bye.